I think every guy should wear blue light blockers at bedtime. I wear ones from Whoop. I'm not sponsored by them. But when it comes to fat loss, sleep is a superpower. You got to get it dialed in. Now, by optimizers who, oh, this thing's turned around. I use magnesium every night about 30 minutes before I want to fall asleep. This is Magnesium Breakthrough. I am sponsored by them. I'll try to drop the link below if you want to check out their product. But nonetheless, sleep is one of the most crucial things when it comes to a daily routine for fat loss. And so today I want to map out at least 5 or 6 things. I wrote down a bunch of notes that I think every guy should follow if you are trying to lose fat. Let's start with the morning when you wake up. What's the first thing you want to do, right? You want to check your phone. You want to check email. You want to start doing all the things to get into your busy day to day. I think that's a big mistake. Now, I check my phone first thing in the morning all the time. You know, it's unfortunate. It's a terrible habit. The days that I don't, I just have a better day. So I would say skip the phone if you can. Put it in airplane mode. Don't turn on emails. Don't turn on text messages just yet. Disconnect from Wi-Fi. And at the very least, drink water and have some electrolytes in the morning before you do anything else. Get up out of bed. Go drink some water. Get hydrated, okay? The other thing I would do first thing in the morning before you drink water, use the bathroom. Obviously, don't hold your pee. That's not healthy. But what you want to do is check your weight, all right? Check your weight. Record your body weight first thing in the morning after you take a piss and whatever other stuff you got to do in the bathroom. Before you eat or drink anything, take note of your weight. Track your weight daily. This is like that accountability piece that I have guys do. Weight's not the only thing, but you're going to start to understand the patterns that your weight goes through. This is where it gets interesting though. You'll start to be able to predict your weight loss, okay? Because you're going to be like, man, I know when my weight goes up for a couple days, even though I'm doing all the right things, it's going to drop significantly on day 5 or whatever. Most people have a weight loss pattern. You'll be able to pick up on yours. The other thing I would do first thing in the morning every few weeks is I would take progress pictures, okay? Front, side, and back with your cell phone, same lighting, same spot, because this routine will keep you accountable. There's other ways to measure fat loss progress, but I would say, one thing we do in our coaching program that I've, been running now for the better part of 15 years, helped over 7,500 guys get through, is we have our guys do a DEXA scan. It's one of the first things we do. I actually just got a note from a client starting later today on my phone with his DEXA scan. He's 31% body fat. We got some work to do. Okay. We're going to get him down to 15% so we can see his abs. But we know the data now. We're not guessing, okay? And guesswork sucks, man, because you just don't know where you are. So from a daily routine standpoint, we have hydration after we weigh ourselves, take progress pictures, take some electrolytes, all right? I like a solid combination of sodium, potassium, and magnesium. Your body loses electrolytes overnight. It's a good idea to supplement with electrolytes if you sweat a lot, especially if you're in a hot climate. What's the next thing we got to do? Well, the next thing could be one of two things. Could be movement, or it could be jumping into your muscle, all right? Because we're going to talk about how to incorporate both in the course of a day. But a lot of the guys I work with, they need to train first thing in the morning. And by the way, if you only got 10 minutes to train, I put together 100 of my top 10 10-minute workouts. It's inside our free coaching community. If you want the workouts, just comment workouts on this video. And heck, by the way, if you haven't commented yet, let me know. Are you trying to lose fat or build muscle? The first comments I get on this video, I'm going to send you a copy of my book, Diet Suck, for free. This is upside down. For free. You're going to get a copy of my book, Diet Suck. The first, let's call it first 10 people to comment Diet Suck will get a copy of my book. But don't forget, anybody who wants the workouts, just comment workouts. I'll send them to you. So let's say you only got 30 minutes in the morning. Well, I would say go train. Because likely later in the day, your energy levels aren't going to be as high later in the day. After a long day work, you're stressed, you're doing stuff, you got to take the kids to practice, you got to, help the wife grab some things on the way home from work. Like, you're going to get home and be like, dude, really? I got to go to the gym now? Like, I'm tired. Okay. I think our natural circadian rhythm really would direct us to train with weights first thing in the morning. That's my 2 cents. Okay. You can feel free to disagree with me. Feel free in the comments. Tell me I don't know what the heck I'm talking about, but you don't need to do fasted cardio. You just need to get your movement box checked and your muscle box checked. I think it's easier to knock out the muscle in the morning before the day gets crazy. So you go lift weights 3 times a week, 4 times a week, whatever it is. I like push-pull legs. That's my favorite split. Doesn't mean that's what you have to do. Then throughout the day, we move. We go for a walk couple times, short walks throughout the day. We'll talk about more specifics here in a minute. But what do we got to do next? So now we got our training done. We hit weights, whether it was for 10 minutes or 30 minutes, or heck, if we're one of the lucky few that get an hour in the morning to go lift, great. Go knock it out, man. Go crush it. Go get all the lifting in, right? But we can make it work even if you only got 10, 20 minutes. It's all about just getting done what you can get done. All right. We're just trying to get stronger over time. And that's another point I should make here with fat loss. I think guys make a huge mistake when it comes to fat loss. You're trying to go in the gym and burn as many calories as possible when you should just be trying to get as strong as possible in the 4 to 8 rep range on all major lifts. All right. That's how we maintain muscle. That's how we build muscle. That's how we tell our body muscle matters, because muscle is metabolically powerful. It means it burns more calories on your physique. And when you burn more calories, you lose fat easier because you don't have to eat as few calories as you do when you don't burn as many calories. Okay. All you guys complaining about your metabolism being slow, well, go lift weights, go get muscle on your frame. All right. Now, this leads me though to our next point. When's a good time to do some movement? Well, I think if you got extra time in the morning, go for a walk after you lift weights. All right. Go for a quick 15-minute walk. Go get some steps in the morning if you can. If you can't, just make it a priority to move whenever you possibly can. Park further away from wherever you are. Get up off your desk chair, move around, buy a walking pad for your house if you work from home. Heck, buy a walking pad for your office. That way, when you're doing busy work, just typing away, answering emails, you can get on that walking pad and hit some steps. All right. But the next big thing that we need to do in terms of daily routine is we need to know where we're going to eat and what we're going to eat. Now, I get guys ripped inside of our program, which by the way, you can check out below. I get guys super ripped, but it's not just because we're prepping meals and eating a bunch of meals. We're not doing that. In fact, most of my guys average 2 snacks a day, 2 meals a day. But we know where we're going to eat and what we're going to eat. And they stick to that system. They don't try to go off the beaten path every day, do something different every day. We stick to what works. Okay, what works for them by making sure we're hitting 2 things, calories and protein. This can be done with eating out. This can be done with taking your food with you. This can be done with prepping food at home. Just depends on the person. But you got to get calories and you got to get protein spot on, dialed in. Like, we're not missing those 2 metrics most days. So if we fail to plan, we plan to fail. If you don't know where you're going to eat, what you're going to eat, you're setting yourself up for nutritional failure. So it's important to take stock of like, what am I going to eat today? Do I know what meals I'm having? Just mentally be prepared for that. So if you got to take food with you, put it in your little, whatever Tupperware and take it to work. Cool. If it means when you go out to eat for a lunch meeting, you know what you're ordering. Good. Just get it planned out, dude. Don't go in with guesswork. Like, oh crap, what am I going to do? Like, I talk to guys all the time. Like, tell me what you eat on a day-to-day basis. And they're like, I don't know. I'm like, really? Like, yeah, I mean, I kind of know what I eat. I'll give you an example of like the 13 different meals I had. I'm like, dude, that's way too much. Let's stick to some consistency here and just build in a meal rotation system. Go to meals that you can grab or order or make on demand. All right. That makes it easier to lose fat. Because I'll tell you right now, variety can destroy your fat loss goals if you're trying to chase too much variety. But the other thing with meals, so we're kind of sticking to the meal part of the day here, the routine. I like to fast in the morning. I think it works for a lot of guys to skip breakfast and either don't have any food at all or just have a protein shake in the morning. Keep it super simple. Knock out, 30, 50 grams of protein in a shake. Ties you over to lunch, or don't eat it all and then have a shake later in the afternoon. But don't eat your first like real food meal till midday. That's like a really good strategy because a lot of guys just don't do well with food in the morning, or they make poor choices in the morning because it's quick, it's convenient, it's whatever. I say have a coffee, get your workout done, drink some water, maybe have another small coffee, have a protein shake. If anything, wait till, 12, 1, 2 o'clock to have your first meal. And that first meal should be high in fiber, high in protein. So think about like a boring yet somewhat tasty salad. I know it's boring, but like, dude, I'm setting you up for success here because what we're going to do later is we're going to have a nice, delicious protein bar in the afternoon. And then we're going to have a beautiful feast at dinner time, guilt-free. I'm talking whatever you want, as long as it's, controlled. But like at my house, we have tacos, pizza, burgers. Last night, my wife, if I can talk right, that'll be good. But my wife made these delicious potatoes, sprinkled ground beef, some sour cream, some seasoning over top. It was really good, and it was filling. Okay, that's what I had for dinner. Huge feast. I had like 900 calories for dinner. Then we're gonna have a small dessert after that to tie us over, so that we're not going to bed crazy hungry. All right. That works well for a lot of guys that I work with. It's just super easy to follow and super streamlined, so you don't have to stress nutrition. You stick to it like a boring systemized process during the day, and then at night you have, basically whatever you want as long as it's calorie controlled. But throughout the day, there's a couple things we want to do. I want to make sure you get more walking in. So my suggestion is after lunch, go for a 15-minute walk. Heck, if you're really feeling up for it, I would have another quick walk during the afternoon. And the goal here is to just move after we eat, move throughout the day. Don't go too long without some movement. We're burning more calories because we're trying to get our body in a rock solid calorie deficit, meaning more calories out than are coming in from food. And then we just crush it. Okay. So, if you're one of those people who needs like a little energy boost in the afternoon, don't be afraid of a power nap. I know, what the heck, dude, a power nap. Well, one of my mentors, Charles Scott, told me power napping is one of the best things he's ever done. This guy's super successful. He works with top 500, Fortune 500 CEOs. He's a massively popular mentor to like some of the most successful people on the planet. And he'd be like, you'd be shocked at how many people take a quick 20-minute nap in the afternoon. You could even do a little strategy that I like to employ, which is I'll have a quick coffee, and before it kicks in, I'll go lay down for like 20 minutes. I'll wake up jazzed up, man. Like that coffee wakes me up and I'm ready to power through the rest of the day. Okay. Which leads me to sleeping time, which I mentioned earlier in the day. We got to make sure we're sleeping well. So the one thing that helps me sleep better is I cut fluids, about an hour and a half before bed. I just sip on something. I don't go crazy with like chugging water, an hour before I want to go to sleep. That wakes me up in the middle of the night because I got to pee. Blue light blocking glasses. If I'm going to watch some TV with my wife, which we love TV, we were watching Severance right now. It's like the best show that I've seen in a long time. It's amazing. We're huge into shows. So if you have a favorite show, let me know in the comments. But the big thing here is we want to make sleep a priority because it helps us control our appetite, helps us wake up refreshed and ready to tackle our workouts. Heck, even if we got 10 minutes, because guess what? I got 10-minute workouts. I got 100 of them right here. If you want it, comment workouts on this video. I'll send you a link to get in our free coaching group and get access to the workouts that I just posted a couple weeks ago. You get 100 of them, 10 minutes. That's all you got to do. It's awesome. Really convenient, right? And then if you have more time after that, great. But sleep is a massive priority, okay? And heck, if you're trying to get to 10% body fat this year and you want to have abs, you want to get lean, which I highly suggest you do, the work is absolutely worth it. You will thank yourself for going through that process. I actually posted another video on how to go from 30% to 10% body fat. Super helpful. I think that would be the next thing you should do. Go watch that one, and I'll see you over there. Talk to you then. Peace.